All right, welcome. In this explainer, we're diving into something that's absolutely crucial for anyone in the markets. We're going to break down the core psychological hurdles that stop most traders from ever succeeding, and it's all based on the powerful ideas in Mark Douglas's classic book, Trading in the Zone. So let's just kick things off with a question that, look, it probably hits a little too close to home for a lot of us. Why do so many smart, motivated, hardworking people fail to make consistent money in the markets? I mean, the stats, they're pretty brutal. The vast majority, we're talking around 90% of people who get into trading, just don't end up profitable in the long run. It is a really, really tough game. Now, here's the kicker. If you've tried to fix your trading by learning more chart patterns or maybe hunting for that holy grail indicator, you've probably been looking in completely the wrong place. The problem isn't your charts, it's what's going on in your head. It's your mindset. And this brings us to this core conflict, something the author Mark Douglas calls the trader's paradox. It's this mental trap that, honestly, almost every single trader falls into. Let me ask you, does any of this sound familiar? You see that perfect setup, but you just freeze. Or a trade goes against you, but you hold on, just hoping it'll come back. Or how about this one? A winner starts to move, and you grab those profits way, way too early. You know, these aren't analytical mistakes. They're emotional reactions that cause us to sabotage ourselves. Okay, so if the market isn't the real enemy here, who or what is? Let's totally reframe this whole problem. We usually think the problem is all this external stuff on the left, but the real source of the pain, it's all internal. It's everything on the right. The real battle isn't happening on your screen. It's happening right between your ears. It's a fight against your own deep-seated beliefs and your emotional gut reactions to just not knowing what's next. And this quote just nails it. The market is just a mirror. It's a neutral place, full of probabilities, and it's just reflecting your own mindset right back at you. Consistent results only happen when you stop trying to predict the market and you start learning how to manage yourself. So how do you actually do that? How do you manage yourself? Well, you need a brand new mental framework. And Douglas builds this on what he calls the 5 fundamental truths about trading. Now look, these might seem simple on the surface, but truly internalizing them changes the entire game. They shift your whole perspective away from the stress of trying to predict what's next, away from that fear of being wrong, and they move you toward the calm confidence of thinking in probabilities. This is the absolute foundation for everything else. So, what does this new mindset actually look like in practice? Well, it means you stop acting like a gambler, hoping to get lucky on the next trade, and you start thinking like the house. You start thinking like the casino. Think about it for a second. The casino has no idea what the outcome of the next spin of the roulette wheel is going to be. And you know what? It doesn't have to. It knows that over thousands and thousands of spins, its small statistical edge will guarantee profitability. That statistical advantage is its edge. So here's the big takeaway. Your job is not to be a fortune teller. Your job is simply to find a trading method with a positive edge and then execute it flawlessly over a large series of trades. That's it. And this right here shows the difference perfectly. The gambler on the left is obsessed with the outcome of this one trade, and they're riding this insane emotional roller coaster. But the professional on the right, thinking like the casino, focuses on the process over many trades. They stay neutral because they trust their edge is going to work out over time. So when you can fully adopt this probabilistic, casino-like mindset, you unlock a state of peak performance that athletes and other elite performers simply call the zone. And this is what it feels like. When you're in the zone, you're just executing your plan without fear, without hesitation. You see a loss for what it is. It's just a business expense, like the casino paying out a jackpot. You're no longer emotionally attached to the outcome of any single event. And this really captures the end goal. It's about getting rid of all that internal friction. The fear, the greed, that desperate need to be right. You remove all of that so you can just act in your own best interest, consistently and without self-sabotage. So we'll leave you with this final crucial question. Take a moment and really think about it. Which of your beliefs, maybe it's the need to always be right or the fear of missing out, which one is costing you the most money? Answering that honestly, well, that is your first real step into the zone.